Hello and welcome to another episode of RHOX Garage. I'm your host Dan, and today we're going to be installing our brand new 900 series seat box kit on this 2009 Yamaha Drive. Before we get started, let's take a look at the parts that come with the kit and the tools you're going to need for this installation. When you first open your box, you're going to find a kick plate. After your foot plate, you have your seat bottom and seat back cushions. After your seat cushions, you're going to find your box supports, your handrail extensions, your front seat back brackets, and your bagwell bracket. After that, we have our handrails, our box of hardware, foot plate support brackets, and our rear seat back brackets. And finally, we have the seat box itself. Now that we've taken a look at all the parts, let's take a look at the tools we're going to need for this installation. First up, we have our cordless impact and cordless drill with a 3/8 drill bit and some safety glasses, a dead blow or rubber mallet, Phillips head screwdrivers, panel remover tool, and then a couple of 1/2 inch, 15 millimeter, and 17 millimeter wrenches, a screwdriver with a socket attachment, and a Phillips head 4 driver, and then a 10 millimeter, a 13 millimeter, and a 1/2 inch socket with a socket wrench. Now we've taken a look at all the tools, let's go ahead and get started. So the first step in this process is to remove the gutters from the top struts. So our next step is to remove the top struts and the OE seat cushion from the sweater basket. But before we do that, we're going to put a prop rod of some sort underneath the top so that it doesn't fall down on us. Now that our cushion and our top struts are disconnected, it's time to remove the sweater basket. But before we do that, we have to remove our access panel so that we can get to the bolts to remove it. So the first step in our assembly process is to install the front seat back brackets. And here we're going to reuse the OE hardware to attach the brackets to the cart. Now you don't want to crank your hardware down right now, but you do want it to be snug. Next, we're going to reattach the top struts and the OE seat back, reusing the factory hardware on both. When you're installing your seat back cushion, you want to make sure you only use your hands and your hand tools. Do not use any power tools on the seat cushion because you will damage the threads. Our next step is to remove the 2 factory bolts in the bagwell, and then after that we're going to drill holes with our 3/8 drill bit all the way through the frame so that we can attach the bracket. As you're drilling your hole through the frame, you may need to jump up a couple drill bit sizes to get your bolt to fit through. Keep in mind, you don't want to drill the hole too big because you don't want the bolt to rattle around. At this point, we're only going to hand tighten our hardware. We've attached our vertical seat supports. It's time to attach our horizontal box supports. Now that our horizontal supports are attached and snug down, it's time to attach the foot plate to the cart. And your foot plate, you want to just hand tighten at this time. Now that our foot plate is loosely installed, and before we get to the box and its attachments, we're going to reinstall our cover plate and our gutters back on the cart. Before we fully install the box on the cart, we're going to attach the rear seat back cushion to the box first, using the 2 bolts that come already installed on the box. This is going to be easier with the box off the cart, as getting to the bolts with it already attached is kind of tricky. Now, just so you guys know, we did this way on top of the cart just so it was easier to show you. But you don't necessarily have to do it that way. Now that the seat back cushion is attached to the box, it's time to attach the box to the cart. Now, it's going to be helpful for you to grab a friend so you can flip the box around and attach it properly. Now that the box is loosely installed on the cart, it's time to attach our handrail extensions, and footplate brackets. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the handrails through the cart with the round side facing away from the cart, and then we're going to put the handrail extensions up through the bottom and bolt them together. After that, we're going to attach the footplate brackets by bolting those to the extensions and also to the footplate. Now that your handrail extensions, and your footplate brackets are installed, it's time to go back through the entire kit and tighten down all of your hardware. Now that all of your hardware is tightened down, the last step is to install the seat bottom cushion. Before you install your seat cushion, you need to remove the 2 locking tabs on the box. Once those tabs are removed, you can slide your seat on using the locking tabs. Once the locking tabs are in place, screw back in your retainers. Now that you've attached your seat bottom cushion, that completes the installation for part number SEAT-951 on this 2009 Yamaha Drive. Thanks for watching this episode of RHOX Garage, and I'll see you next time.